So I think that I might have one of the greatest marketing ploys of all time. Either that or I learned a little bit, I had a lot of fun, and I wasted a ton of my time. So you see, a few months ago, I was playing around a little bit like most people were with making a little bit of money online. And in the case that I chose, it was Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. I found out that you can have Amazon make your book for you. So you can just make a PDF, write whatever you want in there, and then they will bind it, print the cover, all of that. So you just need to come up with a cover design and a book. Except I didn't have any books that I wanted to write. At least I have a book that I want to write, but certainly nothing I was ready to have Amazon publish that fast. And so I started to dig around the internet, get down, caught on the YouTube rabbit hole, kind of like you are right now, maybe. And I found out that you can do all kinds of low content books pretty easily if you have a few basic skills. And so the low content book that I decided to go after was word search puzzles. I know how to code a little bit, but I also know how to use AI to help me code better. And I thought, I'll just code up some cool word searches. And so that's what I did. For a few weeks, I had a lot of fun with it. And I used AI to help generate some ideas on what word searches to make and had it help me generate a bunch of puzzles. And I published a bunch of these. And like 3 people bought like 4 of them over the course of a few weeks. And I know at least 2 of them. Okay, so not that interesting. Definitely not a great marketing ploy. Where does the interesting bit come in? The interesting bit comes in when I purchased a software that would tell me what word searches people were searching for. So my thought process was, I need to make the word search that lots of people are looking for, but no one's making. And for that, I turned to this software called BookBolt. Let me show you how it works. So here's the software that tells you, or told me, what keyword searches people are trying to find on Amazon. For example, I already looked it up. I looked up word searches, and it's giving all the other keywords that are attached to it, like Colorado word search. So 1,400 people are looking for a Colorado word search every month. Cool. I was going through this list and I found something very unusual. Notice that there are 3 listings here, all variations on cows and word search, and it's like 10,000 people a month. The hell are 10,000 people a month searching for a cow word search? Like, I can't even think of that many clues that would fill up enough puzzles to make a whole book on a cow word search. So for that, I had to go to ChatGPT to find out just what was going on. Let's find out what ChatGPT has to say. Why are over 10,000 people a month searching for cow word search on Amazon? It turns out that cow word search became a surprisingly hot trend. Why? It went viral on TikTok. Okay, what went viral on TikTok? This is what went viral. 20,000 Cows, the Almost Impossible Word Search by Alex Cheddar. It's a great book. You should definitely pick it up. And what this mad genius did is that he filled a 20 by 32 grid with only C's, O's, and W's. And he did this 200 times. There's 200 puzzles, and cow is the only solution. Except that on page 1, there's one cow solution, which my daughter found. They're highlighted in yellow. And on page 2, there are 2 cow solutions, so on and so forth, until you get to the 200th puzzle, which has 200 solutions. And if you add up all those solutions, you actually get 20,100, but apparently 20,000 is just a better number to write on the cover. For most people, the story would have been done. Maybe most folks just would have gone and found something else to write a word search puzzle about. But for me, my STEM brain was tingling. Like, I really needed to know, how in this world did this guy write these puzzles with the exact number of solutions, no more, no less? And so I decided to play around a little bit. And I coded a grid and filled it with random letters. Well, not random letters. I filled it with C, O's, and W's, but I filled the locations randomly to figure out how many cows actually show up if you were just to fill a puzzle randomly. Let's go check out the results. And here are the solutions. I know this is a bit nerdy, but here's the code on the left-hand side. And you can see that I just ran 10,000 simulations. Okay, that's what it says right here. It just printed one of the random grids out. So you can like go physically check to make sure that I found 117 in that one. And it shows which types of solutions it allows. The only one that it doesn't allow is horizontal backwards is not okay. So it's got to say banana left to right. You can't say it right to left. And then vertical bottom to top is not okay. It's got to be top to bottom only, but all 4 diagonal directions are good. Okay, so I tested 10,000 of these things, and here's the distribution analysis of all of those different counts. It comes out around 124, which if you do a little bit of math, you'll understand that that number makes sense. Here's the interesting bit, okay? The interesting bit is that the cow ranges from 81 to 168. What does that mean? You can make thousands of these puzzles, and you'll never get less than 81 solutions. Maybe not never, but extraordinarily rarely. And you're not going to get more than 168, which begs the question, how did he make one with 70? How did he make one with 199? How did he get all of these puzzles with the exact number of solutions? So for that, I had to build, well, in order to even do this analysis, I had to build a checker. I can check any puzzle to count up the number of solutions. And then I had to get a little bit clever with getting underneath the 81 value and above the 168 value. So how do you come up with the rest of the puzzles? And what does this have anything to do with marketing? I'll get right there. Hang in there. The first idea that I had was to just add and break solutions as I needed to. So I'd already made 10,000 random puzzles, and I figured I'll just take cows and break them. So if it says COW, I'll just switch an O and a W, and that'll break the solution. Can that make new solutions? Yes. So it's not super efficient, but it turns out it doesn't make them fast enough. And so you can strategically break cows down until you get to 1 for the first puzzle. And then adding them is super simple. You just go through and find 3 letters in a row that don't spell cow, make them spell cow. Does that occasionally break a solution? Yes, but again, not often enough. And so you can just kind of brute force it. I've thought of a few different and more efficient ways of solving that problem, but I want you to comment in the comments below how you might solve that problem. I then took it one step further, which is clearly the theme of this entire video, and I made my own word search with bananas because it's a funny word, and I wanted to see if I could make one. And so I did. And now we're at the final question, which was really the first question of the entire video. Not just why did I make a word search on bananas, but what does this have anything to do at all with marketing? So this is the book, the PDF version of the book. And in it, I basically walked through everything I walked through in the video, including some writing prompts like, how would you solve it? What would you do? And at the end, I give a disgusting pitch for my company, Velle Logos. And I'm really hoping that we can get this book to sell. We can get it to go viral. We can get more people to think about STEM and get some folks that sign up for our math and physics courses that we have coming up, as well as some academic coaching. It's disgusting, I know, but it might just be the most genius marketing ploy that anyone has ever had. And there you have it. I'm a dirty salesman trying to plug my company. Okay, that's not true. I'd have to sell a ton of these things. I'd have to sell a bunch of banana books. As soon as I said it, I regretted it. I apologize for that pun. That was really bad. The whole point is here that I'm not great at marketing and sales, and I don't like it because it makes me feel icky. I don't want to sell stuff. I want to get people to think about problems in new and interesting ways. And so if I somehow successfully convinced one word search puzzle enthusiast to appreciate the mathematics that might go into creating their new favorite puzzle, then that's a win. And the best part about it is that throughout this entire process, I think that I've embodied the values of Velle Logos, which are to be aggressively curious and to experiment joyfully. And so I'm not going to sell you on what we do. I'm just going to tell you about the community of the kind of people that we're trying to build and how we help them. First, we offer STEM courses in math and physics and group tutoring. And it's more than just that, because again, we don't just want you to get right answers on exams. We want you to think about problems in difficult and new and interesting ways through reading, through writing, through discussion, and through other tools and methods. The other thing that we do is we offer academic coaching. One of the things that really bothered me when I was tutoring for a lot of years is that we have coaches for sports teams. We have coaches in the business world for marketing, but we don't have any coaches for students that can help you with building good habits and effective learning strategies. And so we bring all that to bear in courses, again, community with other like-minded students, and then weekly group meetings with me as well. So if any of that sounds like anything that you might be interested in, please go check out the website at vellelogos.com and buy a banana book when you get around to it.